6 years ago, fanfiction.net user Snow Queen's Ice Dragon wrote a dirty story on her cell phone.
I used to write a lot of it on my BlackBerry.
You wrote it on your BlackBerry?
Yeah, and
Then you turned her kinky Twilight fanfiction into one of the best-selling novels of all time. Way to go. Now, get ready for the film adaptation that ended up leaving millions of people around the world asking, is that it? 50 Shades of Grey. Teenage girls around the world made Twilight into a global phenomenon. Now, it's Mom's turn, as the ridiculous fantasy of dating a vampire is cast aside for the ridiculous fantasy of being a gorgeous billionaire's pampered sex slave. Meet Bella Swan. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Screw it. Meet Bella Swan, a cutesy, nondescript virgin who's so sweet, she doesn't even know what a butt plug is.
Butt plugs.
It's a plug for your butt. Speaking of buttholes, her world will change when she meets the mysterious Christian Edward Cullen Gray, a mysterious billionaire who runs a mysterious multinational corporation, which is mysteriously able to function without him doing any actual work. He's emotionally repressed.
Hearts and flowers? That's not something I know.
Rude.
To what do you
To
owe
what do I
yourself?
owe my success? Seriously?
Is a stalker.
Christian, what are you doing here, Christian?
I came to see you.
Controls what she eats.
Eat. You need to eat. The submissive will eat regularly to maintain her health and well-being.
And is an all-around sociopath.
You're the complete serial killer.
Not today.
But who cares when you've got these? Abs and Audis and a really nice apartment. So strap in for all the steamy action people were expecting from 50 Shades of Grey, like emails, texting, contracts,
This is the contract. Read it carefully. The following are the terms of a binding contract.
contract negotiations,
Turn to page 5, Appendix 3, soft limits.
non-disclosure agreements,
What's this?
It's a non-disclosure agreement.
conditions,
I'm not going to touch you. Not until I have your written consent.
What?
clauses,
I broke Rule 7, Clause 5.
and tender missionary lovemaking. What the f***? Let's get kinky weird. That big voice guy is a dull marriage, man. Not starring. These horrible lines from the book that thankfully didn't make it into the movie. His voice is warm and husky, like dark melted chocolate fudge caramel or something.
Seriously?
I feel the color in my cheeks rising again. I must be the color of the Communist Manifesto. His erection springs free. Holy cow.
This movie's written so lazy right now. The book that it was based on so lazy right now.
Holy crap. He's wearing a white shirt. I flush at the waywardness of my subconscious. She's doing her happy dance in a bright red hula skirt.
I wish somebody would tase me right now. The story's about as
Tase me.
sexy as rabies right now.
And this line that did.
Because I'm 50 shades of f***ed up.
Ugh, what does that even mean? That's not even a common phrase. Is this related to the dumb title of the book? Ugh, worst date night ever. I'm never getting laid.
Oh, just go and watch a porno.
50 Shades of Great. There's gonna be 2 more of these. Good job, world.
Punish me. Show me how bad it can be. I want you to show me the worst.
I'm going to hit you 6 times.
6 slaps is the worst it gets. Didn't you Google bondage earlier?
All right, honest trailer lets me know this is one. I'm never gonna watch this. Just to put it out there, I'm never gonna watch these movies. I think I might have said something similar for Twilight, but I put it out there for you guys with Twilight. I said, hey, I'm thinking about watching it. What do you guys think? I did put it out there. I just decided to do it. And I did decide to do it after, it's a little back and forth from all you guys. But these are ones I will never watch. I don't care what you guys say. I'm never watching these. Ever watching these. Twilight, I'm done. I got that out of my hair. But these, I'm never watching these. This is it's just not going to happen. Don't care to read the books or anything. Like, this is the best way to view it in this case. I think a lot of you guys said the same thing about Twilight, and I get it. You probably don't believe me. But trust me when I say I'm never watching these movies. I don't even think my wife has watched these movies. Like, it's just, they just look really campy and sappy, and I'm just not gonna mess with it. A lot of this is talk that sounds like Twilight, so I get it. But I'm not watching this, okay? You don't have to worry. I'm not gonna watch this, but I am gonna watch the pitch meeting. So let's do that right now.
So, you have a book adaptation for me. Yes, sir, I do. It's called 50 Shades of Grey. And what's it about? Well, it's kind of like porn, but with a lot more character stuff that's very slow-paced. Okay.
That's it.
That's it? Basically, yeah. Can I get some more details? They're not really that important. Okay, but I'd like to hear more though. Okay, well, the main character's name is Anastasia Steele. Did you get that from one of those stripper name generators? I did. Those are fun. They are. I put my name in there and it said Harry Ramrod. Hilarious. So this character, what's her deal? So she has to interview this billionaire named Christian Grey, all right? And he kind of instantly falls madly in love with her. So she's like super sexy with a great personality. Oh, no. Okay? Yeah, no, her entire deal is that she's very plain, so you know, our target audience could identify with her. Interesting. Nope, not interesting. Right. Anyway, we're gonna find out that Christian is into BDSM. Oh, well that is interesting. You'd think so, but pretty much the entire first movie is him trying to get her to sign a contract. Well, first movie? There's more than one of these? Yeah, it's a trilogy. Wow, what are the other ones called? Well, the first one is called 50 Shades of Grey. Right. And so the second one is called 50 Shades Darker. Oh. And so the third one is called 50 Shades... Freed. Oh, what? It just seemed like you were gonna do something clever there. It did, didn't it? But then it was just nothing, yeah. So anyway, Christian's gonna be a weird, possessive stalker kind of guy, and she's gonna come to realize that he's kind of a monster. No, she's gonna be really into it. Oh, she is. Yeah, and by the end of the movie, she's gonna agree to do the full BDSM stuff. Okay. And then she's gonna get mad because he did the full BDSM stuff. Okay, so she breaks up with him? She does, and that's basically how the first movie ends. Wow. So in the second movie, they're gonna get back together and try to have a normal relationship. It's just gonna be about a man and a woman that are in a relationship? Pretty much, yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess that sounds like a standard romantic comedy. Yeah, kind of, except it's not gonna be romantic or funny, and none of the characters are interesting or even likable for that matter. That sounds kind of boring. It does, but I did spice things up by throwing some random bullshit in there. Random bullshit. Yeah, like at a certain point, Christian just crashes his helicopter in the middle of a forest. Oh, that is pretty random, right? Okay. And we're gonna see him struggle to get back home. Actually, no, that's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Really? Yeah, he's just gonna show up back home and then we're never gonna talk about it again. Wow. We're also gonna have Anastasia's boss randomly try to rape her. Oh my god. Yeah, and he's gonna stalk them like the whole movie. Kinda like Christian did. Yeah, but this time Anastasia's not into it. Gotcha. So this guy's gonna have snuck into a masquerade ball at the Grey Mansion, taken a picture of a family picture, printed out that picture, and then later burned it with a cigarette because he's angry. That seems overly complicated. Oh, very much so. Seems like he could have just printed a picture of Christian from the internet and put a cigarette through that. Could have, yeah. Or, you know, not done that at all. Also a possibility. Huh. Then there are a couple of characters that are mad that Christian isn't sleeping with them anymore. And that brings us to the third movie. What happens in that one? Well, they're married now, so they go on a honeymoon. Right. So... yeah. Okay. I mean, again, it seems like there's not much going on story-wise. Yeah, there's not. So... I threw some random bullshit in there. Oh, you did? Yeah, the characters that are mad about not being the sexual partners of the protagonists are gonna come back in like the last 10 minutes of the movie. Wow. And that's it. That's it. What do you think? Well, I mean, they say sex sells, so let's put that theory to the test. Great.
Oh, jeez, good lord. Now, I didn't realize that this pitch meeting goes through all three movies. He's done some other ones like that before too, but didn't realize he went through all of them. Again, I'm not going to watch these movies, so I'm glad I got all of what I need to get from this pitch meeting. But we're also going to check out the honest trailers for what is it, Darker and Freed, I guess, whatever. You know, I gotta see what Honest Trailers has for it. But he pretty much goes through everything, and that was like what, like a 4, almost 5 minute time frame for the pitch meeting, which was great as always. He's like, it makes no sense. Why were these movies even made to begin with? What was good from these movies? That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't get it from this that there was anything good from these films. Even when I was reading about them, I didn't read the books, I read about the movies. Even the characters didn't really have as much chemistry like I was reading about. So it's like, what was the point? Is there really some drama that's good in there? I don't know, but I don't care because I want to watch. I just care for you guys to tell me based on what I see here. But let's check out the honest trailers for 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed, and then we're done with this movie after that.
From fanfiction.net user Snow Queen's Ice Dragon and the screenwriter who married fanfiction.net user Snow Queen's Ice Dragon comes another horrifying reminder that your aunt probably gets off to this. 50 Shades Darker. You marveled at the first movie's total lack of sex appeal. Now, the steamiest story you can buy at a Target is back, and it's cranking the naughty down from room temp to ice cold.
Oh my God,
in this 2-hour movie that only has about 10 minutes of actual sex in it, where they scale back the bondage and amp up the normal boring couple stuff.
You want a vanilla relationship?
No, that is not why I wore an overcoat to the theater. The big voice guy doesn't want vanilla. He wants some Rocky Road.
An overcoat.
Future murder victim Anastasia Steele returns, and she's suddenly into all the kinky stuff she used to hate for some reason.
Last time we did this, you left.
Last time was different.
Watch as she spends an entire movie attempting in vain to show human emotion.
Hides out. He's been fired.
Whoa.
Being stalked by almost half a dozen different people, including a ghost? And expressing her only personality trait, a general lack of knowledge about what should and shouldn't be put in her butt.
What are butt plugs? You're not putting those in my butt.
They don't go in your butt.
Look, if you're gonna date a guy with a sex dungeon, you really need to get your butt stuff figured out. If you thought Christian Grey was a creep before, you ain't seen nothing yet. Watch as this walking red flag stalks his ex-girlfriend into submission.
Have dinner with me.
Okay, fine. I will have dinner with you.
Steals her financial information.
Why do you have my bank account details?
Buys the company she works for.
You can't start interfering in my career.
It's not about that.
Takes her to meet the older woman who scarred him for life.
Why would you take me to meet the woman who seduced and abused you?
And basically admits that he spanks her because he wants to beat up his dead mom.
I get off on punishing women who look like you.
Like your mother.
Seriously, who actually thinks this movie is sexy?
It's all wrong. All of this is wrong.
That's exactly what I've been saying. But who cares about the plot or characters?
Seriously.
You're here for the sex. And there's definitely some of that in this. Witness sex scenes that throb with the imagination of a Bible study group, featuring 2 scenes of missionary with his pants on, 1 scene of doggy style with his pants on, an unrated bonus scene of doggy style with his pants on, a shower scene with his pants on, and a finale where they really push the envelope by doing missionary with his pants off. The only thing less sexy than these sex scenes is how much these two seem like they actually hate each other in real life.
Right.
I imagine a lot of sex scenes.
Ugh, that's the look of 2 people regretting a paycheck. Starring these actual quotes from the 50 Shades Darker book that didn't make it into the movie.
Again. Okay.
My inner goddess is doing a triple axle dismount off the uneven bars. He has a hotline to my groin.
What?
I have become my own island state, a ravaged, war-torn land where nothing grows and the horizons are bleak.
This movie's written so lazy right now.
Here we go
The
again.
book that it was based on so lazy right now.
Sweet Jesus, you're wearing stockings. I have a Christian Grey mixtape in the guise of a high-end iPad. I do hope you're not overly fond of these panties. He tears through them with his adept fingers, and they disintegrate in his hands.
Wish somebody would tase me right now. The story's about as sexy as rabies right now.
In her pale pink, frothy baby doll dress and killer heels, she towers over me like a Christmas tree fairy. My mouth drops open. Kinky f***ery, I squeak, kinky f***ery. I can't believe you said that. I like your kinky f***ery. At least no one was dumb enough to let that phrase in the movie.
I was being romantic and then you just go and distract me with your kinky f***ery.
Oh, come on.
Oh, just go and watch a porno.
50-50 chance I don't make it through the next one. You know what the most mess up thing about Christian Grey is? The framed Chronicles of Riddick poster in his bedroom. Run, Anastasia, run! It started with a bang. Then in the sequel, your Aunt Bev's spank bank started to run dry.
You want a vanilla relationship?
Now, in the final chapter, final? Yeah! Now, the final chapter lands with all the sex appeal of day-old lunch meat left out in the rain. 50 Shades Freed. Meet Mr. and Mrs. Grey, two people who definitely rushed into marriage.
You own this? You do want to have kids someday, right? Would you change your name for me?
Right along with main characters who are clearly the villains of their own movie as these stuck-up billionaires.
Let's get out of here. I'm sick of sharing you with the riffraff.
With a squad of armed goons.
You'll be in charge of your personal security.
And a secret room full of restraints and torture devices. Run a shadowy corporation whose business is never really explained.
I love what you're doing in Africa.
Oh, thank you.
$10 says it's a moon laser that runs on blood diamonds. Watch Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson crackle with all the intensity of siblings.
Is it to the point now with you and Dakota Johnson where it's like...
This is gonna sound bad, but it's almost like brother-sister.
As his Christian Grey sizzles like a serial killer on Klonopin.
You know, I had a dream last night that you were dead.
While her Anastasia Steele grunts and squeaks like a sex doll cursed with life. And thrill as their dynamic remains exactly the same as you remember it. Guy psychologically batters girl.
You insist on defying me.
Girl puts up token defiance.
Let me drive it.
No.
Let me drive it.
Guy plows through it and makes up for abuse with the vehicle ride. You can't just buy your way out of everything, Christian. Some things don't have a price, like friendship. Never mind. Webster's Dictionary defines sexual intercourse as intercourse involving penetration of the vagina by the penis. And by that definition, this is a very sexy movie. Yawn as the bondage elements stay as tame as ever, while they up the ante by having regular sex where you'd never want to. Like during a haircut.
Christian.
What?
On the parking brake with dairy products.
Oh.
And where everyone else eats breakfast. Ugh. Hope your friends like their Cheerios with a light mist of jizz and ass sweat, dude.
I don't care about the whole house.
Clearly. So close the book on the trilogy designed to separate your 7th grade geometry teacher from her paycheck that masquerades as a story about empowering women and sexual freedom, even though the heroine marries the first guy she has sex with, gets her dream job because he bought the company, spends most of her free time hogtied, and after spending a movie fighting against being barefoot and pregnant,
You mean barefoot and pregnant?
ends the trilogy, literally barefoot and pregnant. Man, it's gonna be awkward when those kids stumble into mom and dad's kink dungeon.
Oh, God.
I know it was for me. Starring this flashback of the dumbest moments in the franchise.
Flashback.
Laters, baby. Can't wait to never see you again.
I used to write a lot of it on my BlackBerry.
You wrote it on your BlackBerry?
Yeah, and
Hides out. He's been fired.
Whoa.
Mayday, mayday, mayday!
This movie's written so lazy right now. The book that it was based on so lazy right now.
Appendix 3, soft limits. Find anal fisting. Strike it out.
Who are these?
No, you're not putting those in my butt.
They don't go in your butt.
What are butt plugs?
I wish somebody would tase me right
The
now.
Riddick
The
poster.
story's about as sexy as rabies right now.
I don't make love. I f*** hard.
I was being romantic and then you just go and distract me with your kinky f***ery.
Because I'm 50 shades of f***ed. top.
Oh, just go and watch a porno.
50 Shades Free. King put me out of my misery already.
More background on Hyde. Went to Princeton on a scholarship, graduated summa cum laude. Worked for publishers in New York and Chicago before SIP.
Bang up job, team. You found his LinkedIn.
I got nothing else on this. We're good. That last one for Freed was good though. That was funny. I mean, pretty much Epic Voice Guy was pretty much done. Have you seen any of the 50 Shades movies? No. Yeah. See, told you. My wife, she's never seen it. So, unlike Twilight, I am never gonna watch these. Okay, I did watch Twilight. I watched them all. So I kind of gave that to you guys, but this one, no, it's just not happening. Will you ever watch them? The 50 Shades movies? Okay. You just never know. Yeah, this is horrible. These were funny though. I'm kind of glad we watched them all so we can just get them done. But funny stuff by both Pitch Meeting and Honest Trailer. Obviously, Pitch Meeting was able to do all 3 in one video. Honest Trailer did 3 videos and kind of tread some familiar territory in the last one for sure. But second one too, but it's still good, still funny stuff. Let me know which ones you guys preferred in the comments. I know Pitch Meeting wins a lot of these, but Honest Trailers was good on that last one. I'll give them that. But I'm looking forward to you guys' thoughts in the comments, whether you've read the books or watched the movies, whatever the case. Give me some insight into what you experienced. Shout out to my hyper crew, Brian Tidwell, Steve O, Slepnear, K6013, Dash Milliner, and Daniel Lopez. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel with that hyper crew tier. I really do appreciate it. Also, big shout out to all my members and my subscribers. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, whether it's monetarily or hitting the subscribe button. It's really helping out the channel to grow, and I really, really do appreciate it. While you're still here, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. It helps me know exactly what you guys want to see more of. You can also check out our most popular videos right over here, and you can see our most recent reaction right up there as well. If you've seen all of that, I'll see you guys in the comments. We'll talk about this.